From the riot at the dog park studios, it's Live with Johnny. And now, here's Johnny.
Remember, good evening. Sorry, don't remember good evening. Good evening. Remember, like when I used to do this, the microphone used to have to be up here by my face. Why does it get to be down here now?
I don't like it in front of your face because it looks better if there's nothing up in the bottom of the camera frame there. It bothers me, so I like it lower. Plus, it picks you up almost better the farther away it is.
I just saw a wide angle of myself in that camera. Ain't nothing picking me up.
Don't sit back.
Fucking break yo.
Don't sit back.
You're like the French.
I mean, unless you if you like it up higher, pull it up higher. It's fine. I'll adjust the level.
No, I'm just gonna sit. I just figured for the people to block my face. You're what the French call a sock cucker. How are you? Did you see my post? I got a gripe. Oh, you did. You don't ever tag me in a post again.
What am I, 13? You're tagging me in a Facebook
We're both on
post?
Facebook, so basically we're both acting like we're
I'm only on
13.
Facebook because you make me go on it for this.
Please. Every day, fucking chicken salad recipes.
No
fucking
Facebook.
Putting sales at wall bombs. I fucking see all the shit you got up there.
Gross.
Shopping at Caldor for your fucking CD players. It's funny that I make the Caldor reference because we're gonna make some fucking old school references tonight.
Oh, fun! I like those
topics.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually see if you can remember an episode of Different Strokes that I will reference tonight. Because you have no idea what I'm going to talk about tonight.
I do not.
And that's going to be part of the gripe that I have with you. But anywho, before we get to the show.
Thanks for the teaser.
You're welcome. We're 30 seconds away from me fucking bitching at you, bro.
Look at that. Nice.
That is nice. Our sponsor this evening is the Shag Bark Inn. They are like a dog rescue / what was the word? Boarding, boarding,
yep.
kennel /
Kennel,
thing.
yeah.
They're doing great things for the
it.
doggies, if you love the doggies like we do. And they had a great dog they're trying to find a home for today. A dog by the name of Bruiser. Bruiser lost his owner, and Bruiser's looking for a home, man. Bruiser is an absolute adorable cutie. Look at
him.
Bruiser.
Dude, I would adopt that dog right now. I'm such a sucker for dog pics like that when they're just like... that's all I got to see, dude.
I have a $50 bill in my pocket. I'll give it to you right now if you call them right now on air and take that dog.
I can't. But
Look at that.
You do
face.
100? You give me
That's
100.
funny. All of a sudden you hear Lisa upstairs. Yippee! If you have it within you and you can do it and you can make it happen, you can give Bruiser a home. Go to the Shag Bark Inn and go see if you can help Bruiser out. And if you can't, see if you know somebody who can. That is an adorable dog. Dude. I can't look at that face the whole time.
I gotta get rid of it.
Next thing you know, me and Amy are gonna have a dog, and nobody's gonna fucking like that, man. All right. First of all, first gripe. We got two gripes tonight. First gripe.
Here we go.
Fuck off, Brian Chuck. I love you to
Brian
death.
Chuck is ruthless, dude.
6'8" Sasquatch Jack Link's motherfucker. No matter what I post, dude, I could post the obituary for my grandmother.
Yeah.
And this dude, he is addicted and just so bought in to his hatred of Axl Rose, because he knows I'm a big Guns N' Roses fan. His hatred of trying to make sure he can make fun of and ridicule Axl Rose at every point. Like, I put something up. This started months ago. I'd be like, "Oh, dude, I'm so in love with my dime of a wife, Amy. You know, great appreciation post for the
right."
Everybody's like, "Oh, that's so great. You guys are so cute." Blah blah blah. Brian Chuck, Axl Rose with Carrie Underwood, and he wearing that silver jacket.
Dude,
now,
his dedication to the game is just—it's admirable. The guy is.
It's fucking like he is. You know, what do they call it? Like you're in it for the long game. That dude is in it for the long game.
He reminds me of, on the Family Guy episodes where they would make a joke and just keep dragging the joke out for like 15 minutes.
It's funny. Peter and the chicken.
Exactly.
Where all of a sudden in the middle of the episode, Peter and the chicken are fighting, and it just goes on for like 11 minutes. And then commercial.
Just never ends. I love it.
That was a good gag. That's a great gag.
Great gag, yeah.
Sorry, I just tried to pull the arm up on that chair and it doesn't work.
It does not work.
No, it doesn't. So Brian, eat a bag of dicks like I always tell you. He's got this thing against Axl Rose because he's a Cult fan. The band Cult, the Cult, I think.
The Cult? They're a good band, man.
They suck.
No, they don't. Have you listened to the Cult?
Name 3 good songs.
Have you listened to
Exactly.
Sonic Temple? Oh my God, dude. The whole Sonic Temple album
Ian
is...
Astbury is probably right now, as we are talking, Axl Rose is somewhere counting his millions. Ian Astbury is probably a Walmart greeter right now.
Meh, he made better music than Guns N' Roses, dude. I hate to break it to you. I'm just saying. But go on. Don't let me break your stride.
Live with Johnny is currently looking for a new producer in studio. We're here at the Riot at the Dog Park Studios, which we love to be here. We had talked about doing a crossover episode. I'm just waiting for that.
Then you went on hiatus, dude. Let's set it up. Now that we're back, you're back. Let's
I'm
do
just glad
it.
you didn't call it Fat Camp like it really was. We're going to go with hiatus. I look so sad. Okay, so that's my
Cheer
first
up, bro.
gripe. My second gripe.
Second gripe.
You
Me?
fancy yourself the producer of the show. You fancy me. You got this beautiful studio. I love it here. I do. There's boobs behind me. There's covered up penis and vagina. There's
Testicles.
The Live with Johnny sign that
Yeah.
my brother-in-law Ian made, which I don't know how to do rights and lefts when I'm on camera, so I'm trying to get there. But there we go.
It is on
It's
camera
there.
left.
There's a ball sack.
Yeah.
Right. Tickle, tickle. Look at
Ball
ready,
sack.
ready. I'm gonna get. I see. I can't. There it is. Boop boop. Tickle, 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 tickle. There's a ball sack behind me, and who is the band? Where the ball sack is? Where's the ball sack? Who's the band?
That's the Exploited.
yeah.
And then the guy in the picture is from Vanderpump Rules. This guy, Jax, after a night of doing coke and partying, he woke up and didn't know where he was. And they took a picture of him and made it pop art. Like, come on. You felt like that, right? We've all had that moment where we were like, sure you haven't. Anyway, what's the problem? Yeah, great studio, high tech.
You
What's the
send me a
problem?
text message today, and you're like, "Oh, what are we talking about? What's the dis?" Why don't you come up with something? Why don't you put some shit on the table?
Okay, first
all
of
you
all,
do is.
let me know when it's my turn.
All you do is come over here. You click start, and then fucking. When we end up like on on Showtime or fucking HBO with our show, and we're fucking raking it in, you're going to expect producer credit and you're going to expect producer pay. But what are you
Right.
producing?
Okay,
Produce something.
okay, first of all,
Go.
how dare you? Second of all, you think it's just clicking start? You think I just come down here and click a button and we're good to go? See, that's your
That's what I
problem is
saw.
you don't you're so far disconnected from the technical aspect of it. All I ask from you is the summary and the event
Okay.
on Thursday. That's it. And if I don't see it by 11 a.m., I start getting
It's
concerned.
today's Thursday.
Yeah. At 11 a.m., I didn't see a post. I didn't see an event, and I got concerned.
Same. Same. Especially when I thought it was Wednesday, and I'm like, look at Kirk being proactive.
What's it this early?
Get a day early, and then all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, today's Thursday. So anyway, I need you to
We're
up your
fine.
game, get your shit
I will.
together, and start
I
bringing
promise.
something to the
Yes,
table.
you got it. Done.
The table.
Done.
I say, see,
It's fine. We're working on it, dude. Baby steps.
How are things at Live at the Dog Park, or what is it called? Riot at the
Riot
Dog
at the
Park.
Dog
Live
Park.
at the Dog Park. That
It's
would
good.
be what our crossover.
We got banned from Spotify, but now we're fine. We were banned for 6 weeks. They took all our episodes down, cut my music service, hard banned, copyright issues.
Excuse me.
And now we're back. So whatever. And the funny thing is, we made about 100 jokes in the past 2 years about, Spotify can never cancel us. Guess what?
See what happened.
We
was.
fucked around and
how many
found out.
episodes have you guys done? Are you more than 55?
Yes, we're on season. We're almost done with season 6, and it's 20 episodes a season. Do I have to do that math?
No, but what are your seasons?
20 episodes.
No,
Oh.
like TV. Is it from like October to something?
No,
Is
we
it
just
to-
break it up into 20 episodes just so it makes it easier for
Who's
me
that guy
to
in that
file
picture
away.
with Hannah?
That is
Am I
her
allowed to talk
mother.
about that? Well, I can't. My eyes are blurry. I can't see.
That's her mother.
All I know is it's Hannah because of her eyes.
That's
That's Lisa.
Lisa.
It is. I'm trying to focus. I can't
Oh, boy.
focus.
Oh, boy.
I cannot see. That's fucking funny. I don't give a fuck who you are right there. That's unscripted fucking comedy right there.
So, yeah, 5 times 20 is 100. So we're like 120.
Mathematician.
Yeah, we had our
And you have different classes. Last week you were wearing like blue or red or something. Now you have black.
It's the same glasses.
No, you're a
I
fucking
only
liar.
have one fucking pair. Go on.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So
Yeah, it's going great. Thanks for asking.
Well, listen, I want to be on the show. I was on the show one time, and you fucked up the recording. And
You
I
were
couldn't be
sitting
on.
in your truck on your phone outside a Dollar General. There's only so much I could
You
do.
couldn't make it a cool place.
Oh no, Ocean State.
You couldn't have been like, yo,
Better.
you're at the fucking bar. You're out, you're outside at a fucking Kid Rock concert.
Yeah, in the parking lot of the Mountview Plaza. Give
Hey,
me a minute.
Speaking of Kid Rock, before we get to tonight's topic, can you go to the poll we put up on Live with Johnny, the group on Facebook?
Yeah. Where you want it, down here or up there? Down
Yeah,
there?
I got another bone to pick with some people.
Oh, that poll was funny.
Uh-oh. There was more, no, I think it's on the group page.
Oh, yeah, you're
the group
right.
page,
My
buddy.
bad.
That picture of CB reminds me of it. Did you see I tagged Benny in there and said, get a hold of us tonight during the show, and we can book you guys live. So last week's poll question was, help finish the sentence. Taylor Swift, and then your options that I gave were, is very attractive and sexy, or looks like a walking rectangle, no curves or appeal. I was surprised how many messages and text messages I got about people going, bro, she does look like a walking fucking rectangle. And again, no hate against Taylor Swift. I'm happy for her. Do you? She's fucking conquering the world. Happy for her. And then a nice person below added, which I forgot to do, where people can't add their own shit.
You have to turn that off, dude.
Fuck that shit up. Marie Davis put on, she's cute but not beautiful. I'll take it. Like, that's fine. That's very nice.
That was fine.
And then Johnny Kirkle is like, who's Taylor Swift? Now, this is a guy who wakes up in the morning, listens to Merle Haggard from sun up to sundown, so I get where he's at.
How about Ned Lyden, though? I love that dude, by the way.
Nedward is...
Nedward is the best. I remember
Nedward
him.
is probably, in my lifetime, top 15 people I've ever spent time with. He is... Let me tell you something.
Holy cow, what a cool dude.
You can meet Ned, and then you can travel the planet. Never again will you meet anyone that's like him. He is he's his own bottle of wine. That's it, and he's a fine wine. And Ned writes, is Stevie Nicks if Stevie, holy Christ, Taylor Swift is Stevie Nicks purchased off Wish.com. Hysterical. Because like I'm always saying, I'm Joe Pesci off of
right.
That's
She's
fun.
the Wish.com
funny.
version, which I love. That was perfect.
I get it. But I don't think she's got the pipes like, Beth Trez, who I went to high school with, says is way overrated.
I can't believe that only got 7%. I thought that would be more than that.
I don't know, because that music to me does nothing for me. And then the last one, Robert Koval writes, is more talented than Kid Rock. Bullshit, dude. There's not even a chance in hell that they're not even in the same league. If 13-year-olds like Kid Rock, he'd be at the Kansas City Chiefs games. It's not even close, dude. So at the end of the show, we'll be banning Robert Koval forever.
Hard ban.
He's blocking him.
Sorry, Robert.
We're not really going to, but
I don't even know how to do that.
I didn't very much. Look at Brian Chuck's here. Double gun sock cucka. He's here. He is. You 6'8" prick, wherever you are, I hope you fucking bump your head on a cabinet. Dude,
you gotta admire the dedication.
Let me talk to you in a language you can understand. Porky Chewy! Fucking Sasquatch. Somewhere there's a fucking Millennium Falcon needing their Chewy back. He's a hairy motherfucker, too. Takes his shirt off, looks like he's wearing a sweater. So that's it with that. I got a new poll question we're going to put up, and it's sports related. And I'll tell you what it is after this.
Okay.
We'll surprise the people with it. So, Bri, suck another bag of dicks. Here's my topic tonight. The world is a fucked up place, dude. Didn't mention it last week, but of course you got what's going on over in Israel and all that stuff. College kids are like rooting for the terrorist side because they think it's like the cool thing to do.
Free Palestine.
And I'm not talking about this tonight, but I just want to say to all of those college kids who are like,
you're stupid.
Hamas is blah, 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 Palestine. You're basically rooting for the same people who were responsible for 9/11. So take a deep breath, figure out where the fuck you're at, and calm your fucking jets and fucking grow up. Cut it out. Okay? Being outrageous is good and all, but that's just fucking stupid. Anyway, then the shit last night in Maine which is cuckoo in and of itself. And then people are going to blame the guns, and people are going to blame this, and people are going to blame that. We're not going to get into that because that's a touchy subject.
Come
but here's
on.
what I am going to say.
All right.
Of course, responsible gun owners are for common sense gun laws. Of course they are. Of course they are. But you have to understand it's the only law and the only constitutional right that people have to constantly defend. It's the only thing. Like, what am I trying to say? It's the only law where the people who are following it get in trouble. It's so, I don't know. It's bonkers to me. This guy asked. He asked for help. He asked multiple times. He said he needed help. He said he had voices in his head. He had all these things. Now we're just learning some, but it's a terrible thing, and for those families, it's all terrible. And when more comes out, I'll go at it. But for the people who are going to blame the guns, until you guys start blaming mental illness and drug addiction in this country, I don't want to hear you talk about gun control, because if somebody wants somebody dead, you're going to do it. And I don't want to get political about it, because politics on this show. But it leads me to what's wrong with this world. Not the world, our country. We're just going to focus on our country.
Did you figure it out? You know what's wrong?
Hit me like a truck.
Boom! Epiphany!
Good word.
Thank you.
Did you know epiphany starts with an E?
It does.
I'm going to say something. Do you know what the problem is? You know where we went wrong in this country? This fucking country? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hit me.
Saturday morning cartoons. Hear me out.
Okay. Elaborate.
If you were 42 years old or younger, that means you were probably born from 1980 or 81 on.
Yes.
Up, right? Not down, up.
Math checks out.
Whereas I'm a 70s baby. You were born, what, 58, 57?
Around there, give or
Okay.
take.
We grew up in a time where parents would lay you in front of the TV, not like nowadays, where kids spend their whole day on phones and Xboxes and PlayStations and screen life, right? Jesus Christ, I look like a fucking ham hock when I do that. Yeah. Anyway, I just pushed my breasts together. Saturday morning cartoons. Now, we grew up in a time, and I left my notebook at home tonight for anybody who's wondering if I was going to read off some things, just a little bit. Between Saturday morning cartoons and the shows the kids were built to watch, we grew up with real situations. We grew up watching things that taught us something. Nowadays, Saturday, the cartoons teach the kids that everybody loves everybody. And no matter what happens, everything will be good in the end. We're all going to be friends. Everyone's happy. Everyone finds love. That's not what we grew up with. Okay? Fred Flintstone. We watched Fred Flintstone on Saturday mornings, and this poor guy, we thought we were watching this dude was talking about paying his bills. He was talking about he hated his fucking job. He had to pay his bills. His neighbor was a pain in the ass, but they were best friends anyway. His wife was off the walls. All she did was spend his pebbles, right?
She was crazy.
This is what we grew up with.
She was nuts.
But he taught us, you still have to get up, you still have to go to work, and you still got to eat the shit to make sure that you take care of your family. Correct?
That's true.
Correct. All right. Scrooge McDuck. Remember DuckTales? Remember when we were a kid? They revamped it, but I'm talking about the original DuckTales.
Original DuckTales, yes. I remember that.
Huey, Louie, and Dewey, I think were the
Something like
nephews'
that, yeah.
names. Donald's kids.
Yes.
Donald never got a penny. The grandkids never got a penny. Or the nephews never got a penny. And he never gave anybody else a penny. Do you know why? Because he taught us the value of money and what it's like to go earn your own money, hold on to it, and make sure that you take care of everything that you're supposed to be responsible for, and people don't just get fucking handouts in this country.
Really? That's deep, bro.
I got more.
Okay, go on.
I got more.
I'm absorbing.
Tom and Jerry.
Sounds like life is treating you right.
It is. But wait, there's more.
I don't know why my Google thing responded, but go.
Tom and Jerry.
Now, before you, but
Go ahead.
There was I'm going to preface this by saying there was a lot of overt violence in Tom and Jerry. But you think that was like a subtle play on a bigger lesson?
Watch your ass. Don't fuck with the wrong guy. And know that no matter what, that one day you may fight with a friend, you may get bullied with a friend, But someday you and that friend are going to band together after a common thing and go together. But it taught you, don't take no shit off nobody. That mouse didn't always he ran and he ran, but guess what? He always went back at him. No matter how big you are or how little you are and how big your bully is, you can always fight back. There's always a chance. There's always a way to go after it. But at the same time, learn to defend yourself. Kids don't learn how to defend themselves.
You gotta take care of number one.
You have to take care of number one. Bugs Bunny.
Also,
Bugs
some
Bunny had to wake
overt
up
violence.
every day hoping that some lunatic wasn't pointing a gun at his head and trying to kill him.
That shotgun with the flare barrel on it.
And what did he teach us? Bugs Bunny taught us street smarts. He talked his way out of all of that shit. He talked his way out of everything. He knew exactly what to fucking do. He had a brain and he had a way of thinking, critical thinking. Bugs Bunny taught us critical thinking. On the spot, critical thinking, go get it. And guess what? Bugs Bunny was a little bit of a freak. Remember the little cross-dresser he was, putting on a lipstick and dresses and trying to get smitten with
he was comfortable
with
with
Elmer
himself.
Fudd
Yeah.
or Rootin' Tootin' Sam, whatever was his name. Remember the gun guy?
Yeah.
The Rootin' Tootin' guy?
Remember his name,
And guess
yeah.
what? We accepted him for who he was. He didn't have to say I'm a cross-dresser and get on Instagram and have to make everybody forced to like
He
him
was
or
cool
make
with
us all
himself.
or force his lifestyle on us. All he did was introduce us to it. And if we were cool with it, we stayed. And if we weren't, we left. And nobody argued and nobody fought. Bugs Bunny.
Tell me you're going to
Teach-
talk about the Roadrunner.
Not yet.
Okay.
How about his crazy uncle Foghorn Leghorn?
The rooster.
We
right?
all learned how to deal with the fucking crazy uncle in the family by Foghorn Leghorn sitting around going, I say, and he say some dumb shit. We learned to grow as teenagers and adults and understand what it's like to have to deal with the crazy fucking relative because we watched it break down and the respect that they had for Foghorn Leghorn. Nowadays, you get fucking Henry Danger. The kid's supposed to fucking have a fucking superpowers. You're supposed to get, what's the puppy police thing? Everybody's happy, and there's always happy endings. And Dora finds her way, and Bob the Builder can build
That's
it. and
not
Barney
how it goes
loves
in real
everybody.
life.
That's not
That's
real
not
life.
real life, bro.
We were taught. Hey, how about Speedy Gonzales and Woody Woodpecker? Nobody ever fucking called their parents and said, you got to slow these kids down, give them some fucking medicine. They got ADHD. Nobody ever told them to fucking chill out. We took those cuckoo birds. We watched what they had to do. We listened to what they had to say. And then we fucking just let them go. We let them blow off the steam. We let them blow off the energy. And that was it. Nobody tried to give them medicine and steal their personality or steal their fucking who they are.
You're making some good points.
But
I
here we are.
I was questioning it initially, but
Now here we are.
It's growing on me.
Little fucking Susie and little fucking Jasper like to run around the yard too much and they interrupt too much and they say too much.
medicate him.
Medicate him. And then next thing you know, little Susie comes in. I'd like a grilled cheese, please.
I'm hungry, Mom.
That's not the real Susie. Susie's never going to spread her wings and fly. Not Speedy Gonzales, not Woody Woodpecker. We just let them fucking do their thing. And we accepted those kids. When we grew up, we knew who the cuckoo kids were. The cuckoo kids got to school after us and they left before us. They went on separate buses. They went in separate classrooms. I seen some shit at my school. I seen one of the crazy kids. I watched the lunch lady bring him his lunch. I watched him take the tray, tip the food on the ground, and smack the fit lady in the forehead with the thing. And then giggle and then pick up his grilled cheese and eat it. Kids don't see that shit these days. They don't. And some of those kids that were in the cuckoo class, I know some of them now, and they're good people. They're great people, and all they needed was that one little 5 or 6 years of special attention, and they're good people now. Now everybody gets straight A's and a participation trophy.
Blend them in.
And a lot of people won't necessarily agree with what I'm saying.
Probably not.
And they're going to think I'm trying to, downplay. Because we just talked about mental illness. Yeah, sometimes you got to let a freak flag fly, and sometimes you got to let a kid run it out. Let him get his energy out. These kids aren't asking for help. Kids are just fucking being kids. Let them be kids. Until they start, you got a kid who's like cutting the heads off of squirrels and shit.
That's probably a little different.
You're going to want to
That's some
get that
Jeffrey
figured out.
Dahmer shit.
But if he just likes to fucking run himself into the fucking wall, giggle, and fucking smack himself in the head and then eat a fucking half of a fire truck while he's in his room, he'll be fine.
We'll
Kid's
figure it out.
Gonna grow up to have his own family someday.
Fuck, man. Relax, people.
Take away from the cartoons. Let's talk about the TV shows. Mm-hmm. Okay, not everything is 30 minutes and it all works out in the end. And oh my God, everyone's saved. Everyone's fine. What about Different Strokes? Different strokes taught us a lot of different things. No pun intended. The first thing they taught us was that there's a black family melted with a white family. And guess what? They never saw color.
They were fine. I was fine with it too when I was watching it.
They weren't out there trying to fucking tell
Never
everybody,
questioned it.
bring attention to it.
Nope.
Shit. If Willis, Arnold, and Kimberly taught us anything, it don't matter what you look like. As long as you love and respect each other. You don't have to love each other, but respect each other.
Respect
Get it
is
done.
it. That's-
How about when Dudley went to that bike shop? You remember what happened to Dudley in the bike shop?
I do not.
They had the bike shop guy. Dudley went in the back room. You know what happened to him?
He got diddled.
He got diddled.
Dudley got diddled.
And we all had to watch that. We all watched it. I'll never fucking forget. I will. Yo,
Wait,
what?
this was on Different Strokes?
Dudley went to the bike shop, bro. He got diddled.
Holy shit. Maybe my mom didn't let me watch that one.
He says, "Love you, Chuck." He said he's gonna listen to the whole episode on Spotify tomorrow. I tell him to eat a bag of dicks, but I love him to death.
He's a good man.
Yeah, Dudley got diddled, and we all had to watch that. Imagine if they try to do that now.
They
Imagine
would
if they
not,
try to do
dude.
some after-school special shit now about getting diddled, or the kid fucking. Remember the one where the kid he smoked a joint and he jumped out of the fucking window of the
Yeah,
second
that
floor of
one
the school
hurt.
because
That
the
one hurt.
marijuana made him so crazy. I don't advocate drugs for any kid. I don't advocate drugs for any adult.
Listen, if you're going to smoke a little weed. Yeah, I mean,
But I'm going to tell you right now, and Dennis Leary said it best. Weed don't lead to other drugs. You know, weed leads to carpentry.
Yep. And I think some of these parents could benefit from smoking a little weed. That might help the kids out in the long run. Just fucking relax, man.
I am
Jesus
not
Christ.
advocating letting your kids get diddled, and I'm not advocating.
No,
I'm not
come
advocating
on.
letting your kids smoke weed. What I'm saying
Well,
is, settle down. Somewhere, Hannah's smiling right now. Hold kids accountable. I saw a post today. Somebody posted something about when did it become okay to start asking kids why they're late for school? It's not their fault they're late. And I thought to myself, I get it, because I'm a baseball coach and we tell the kids, if you're late to practice, we know that it's not because of you. You're not driving yourself to practice. But once you do, say you're late, say your practice is at 6 and you get there at 6:03, and we watch you walk up, now that's on you.
Right. You
But if
gotta
your
know.
mom or dad drops you off at 6:03, you run your ass in there.
yeah, because you know you're late.
But I think the part about saying when did it become okay to ask kids why they're late, I think it's perfectly fine, because if we don't start teaching accountability at a young age, even though you're not necessarily saying it's their fault, it has to be, no?
They have to
Because
carry a
here's the
little
thing:
bit of it.
if your mom drops you off at school at, if school starts at 7 and she drops you off at 7:05, you can't just assume it was the mom's fault. And then the post said something about mom had to drop other kids off, or mom had to do this, or mom had to do that. This is where I say put your fucking big boy shoes on, because if you got 3 kids to drop off, and you know what time those kids got to be dropped off, and you're dropping off the one who's got to be there at 7 o'clock, you're dropping them off at 7:15 before the other ones, maybe drop him off first, or maybe get up a half hour earlier yourself. Right?
I drove 2 kids to school at different times
The
for 10
excuse
years.
can't-
Never late once. I mean, it's not hard, dude.
The whole basis of the cartoon point, the whole basis of the whole thing is, at the end of every episode, Fred Flintstone went back to work. Bugs Bunny went back to his hole. Everybody was fine. Some people were offended. Some people were upset. He pissed some people off. But at the end of the day, everybody accepted and understood each other, and he took accountability for himself. Tell me I'm wrong.
I think it's fair to point out, too, that our parents let us watch that and we're fine with it. Because a parent today, if they see,
They're not even allowed. They're not even allowed to put guns. Like, remember Elmer Fudd? Would he? I'm hunting a wascally wabbit. He would do the whole thing. They're not even allowed to do that stuff. You can't even. My son, Johnny, who's 23 now, when he was in high school, and I will fucking the high school he went to was so liberal, such a bunch. One day, a kid got sent home for wearing a shirt that said, "Oh boy, it's gonna drive me nuts." But it's one of the bands you listen to, and it's got the word bullet in it. What's the word?
bullet for my Valentine.
Kid got sent home for wearing that shirt because it had the word bullet in it.
I mean, and therein lies the problem, because they think that by removing that imagery that's going to solve problems.
Right.
It's not going to solve anything. I mean, clearly here we are.
Johnny got sent home to change his shirt because he was wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt. Now it was the circle with the two guns pointing at each
Yes.
other and the roses entangled, and it had the medallion type thing. Got sent home because the images of a guns. And here's my thing, and now we're off on a complete fucking other topic.
That's fine.
Anybody who's going to do what these crazy white kids do at school, call them white. They didn't need the shirt to push them over the edge.
I don't think so. I don't think it has.
But I'm driving down Route 84 today, and it struck me. Do you know why I didn't do dumb shit? Do you know why? Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Do you know why, like, we get up every morning, we go to work, and we're accountable, and we don't play the card where kids nowadays talk to adults and parents and teachers as if they're equals? That drives me nuts.
Oh, I hate that, dude.
We are not. There was a clear balance of Scrooge McDuck and those three boys, and those three boys would always try to be like, "But we're like you." And by the end of the episode, they fucking knew. And subliminally, these cartoons were letting us know: here's the adult, here's your role in your life at 10 years old. Know your fucking role and act it.
Stay in your lane, bro.
Elmer Fudd would go into the forest to go get Bugs Bunny. By the end of the episode, the lesson was, the forest is Bugs' place. This isn't your home. You can't just walk into somebody's home and dictate to them how they're going to act and what you're going to do in their home. You need to have respect and you need to understand where you are and be done. Talk it out like adults, and we're done.
Done. Simple.
Done.
Wrapped up. Half-hour Saturday morning cartoon.
Dudley got diddled. Dudley held it inside. By the end of the episode, do you know? A matter of fact, I think it was one of them first 80s shows to be like.
It's coming back to me. I might have seen that.
Remember,
one, dude.
to be continued. ... We were
Yes.
all like, "What the fuck?"
It's coming.
Finally,
back to me.
Arnold says to Dudley, "You ain't acting right. What's your problem?" And Dudley finally says,
I got diddled.
I wish we can go back and see if the name of the episode was Dudley Was Diddled, because that would be great. But Dudley said something, and Dudley expressed how he was feeling, and Dudley didn't just keep it inside and go fucking crazy. Do you see how many subliminal messages we were taught? Again, Fred Flintstone went back to where his wife drove him crazy. His car tipped over at the drive-in because of the ribs. What'd he do? He got out. He tipped it back. You go to the problem head on. Fucking Saturday morning cartoons. I didn't realize until today that all the giggling and all the relaxation I was doing, I was learning. I was learning at the same time.
And that's the genius of it, is it was so, I'm not going to say subliminal. I think that has a negative connotation, but it was so sublime that you didn't even know there was a lesson there, but it stuck with you.
These video games, take it another step, video games. These kids nowadays, they get so lost in it, and it makes no sense. I couldn't, if I tried to tell you, or you try to tell me what Fortnite is about right now, I don't even know that I could comprehend.
Oh, you're fine not knowing.
It seems like nothing to me, right? How about Pac-Man? What did Pac-Man teach us? Keep moving, kill or be killed.
Yeah.
Right?
mean,
Eat. If you don't eat,
motivation, man.
if you don't eat, nobody eats. And that's what Pac-Man taught us. Keep moving, keep going forward.
And when you get that dot and you have those moments of where you have an edge, you make the most of it.
That's right. You know what? The dots are paying the bills. The dots are getting up.
That's the stuff.
The
That's
dots
your
are
daily
taking
work.
care of the sick kids. It's the bills. It's
Right.
work. It's everything. And then that one big one that gave you a break, that's your Saturday and Sunday. That's where I did
Boom.
my job. That's where I'm good. Fucking Donkey Kong. Sometimes life's going to throw some obstacles at you. Sometimes life's going to throw a wrench into the plans. You got to hurdle over that shit. You got to get through, and you got to get to the top.
You got to get that
You got to
chick.
get to the top. Whoa. That was Mario.
Also, it was called The Bicycle Man Part 1.
I don't even know what that means.
That's the episode.
I want to. Oh, sorry. Was it the Bicycle Man? I told you, the back of the bike shop.
Bicycle Man Part 1 was the name of the
And let me tell you
episode.
something. The guy who played the diddler
Yeah.
for at least from like 1985 to 1995, I would see that dude in other shows, and I was so upset with him.
He's the diddler.
Because and then when I finally was like, obviously that's not the guy. Like that's not what he didn't really
Right, but
do
you
that.
associate them.
Bro, we were learning things. Now kids think that they're equals with the parents. They think they're equal with the teachers. They think they get to make the decisions. They think they get to, again, they think they're equals. We were laying on the couch learning, and we didn't even fucking know it. So if you're 42 years of age or younger, you got to get your shit together. Now, some of you do. My wife
not
is,
everybody,
my
yeah,
wife is
of course.
in that age range. She's got it going on. I know a couple other people, but let me tell you something. 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 25-year-olds think you got it all figured out. You think that life is supposed to be fair pay, and life is supposed to be, if they make 100 grand, I should make 100 grand. If they get a trophy, I should get a trophy. I shouldn't have to pay for college. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do that. I recommend going to find on YouTube or wherever you can do it these days, maybe TV Land, and go back and watch these cartoons that taught us. And I very much sound like an old man right now.
You do.
I'm telling you,
I'm getting Clint Eastwood vibes here.
I'm telling you right now, subliminally, we sat on those couches, and it hit me today like a ton of bricks. And I'm thinking of all these cartoons, and there was so much more, and so many other things I was thinking about. But as I referenced earlier, I left my notebook on the kitchen table, but it was all in my head anyways. But think about it, man. We had a show called The Facts of Life, man. Chicks were getting abortions and pregnant and fucking
Serious
having fucking
shit, dude.
trouble, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, don't ever lean back again. If
I warned you. It's a new camera.
I just like a sea of green went over. If they try to show that shit now, you can't do that, man. Now everything's got to be, JoJo just said hello, JoJo.
What's up, JoJo?
He makes us watch this show. It's called All American. You ever see this thing? It's
No.
about Crenshaw High School and the football team, and it's.
Wait, is that a Netflix show?
No,
About the football?
well, it's on Netflix, but it
I might
airs
have
on
I saw
a
the
regular
trailer, I
TV,
think,
but then
yeah.
it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, the guys playing these characters are like 45, 50 years
I
old.
love that when they do that. Like, wait, this dude's a sophomore?
dude. Crazy. But what gets me, it's these African American kids from Crenshaw, but they're like stupid rich kids.
Right.
Right.
Like Fresh Prince
And,
shit.
right. And they're supposed to be like, yo, Crenshaw's so tough. And you're like, you don't know real Crenshaw. That's number one. Not that I do, but trust me, neither one of them.
Right.
But like they have the girl, that's social injustice, and the episode is the girl, she fixes everything, and she'll show these teachers and she'll show these cops what the real deal is, and I'm gonna fuck out of here. It's not how the real world works. It's unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations is a good way for me to say that. Get your children watching the right shit. Now it's go Dreamland, but then I think every kid should have to go back and watch, the things that we're talking about. Every kid should have to watch episode The Bicycle Man. It's a tough spot, bro.
Bicycle Man is creepy.
That Marie Davis just said, "Have a good night." I want you to scroll down. She had a large comment I wanted to read. I don't know. Looks like I don't know what you got to do to get it up there, but
Where did it go?
I don't know. You're asking because you're on real time. You probably got to go to the most relevant, maybe see if it pops up again. Well, I'll have to go back to it later. It is what it is.
I'll keep talking. I'll find it.
Okay, but these kids have.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, and it hit me like a pile of bricks today. We were subliminally being taught, like Sesame Street wants to teach you the ABCs. Mr. Rogers wants to teach you to be kind, which we agree with. We agree with all of these things. Everybody else was teaching us how to be an adult. They were teaching us how to deal with adversity. They were teaching us how to deal with bad things. We were literally being taught life lessons without even fucking knowing it.
Yeah, I agree.
Fucking Frogger, man. What did Frogger teach you? Keep it moving, man. There it is. She writes, a lot of these kids are hyper. This is Marie Davis. I agree, don't medicate. My son was hyper and they wanted to put him on meds. No, thank you. He's a grown man and a great son, brother, and dad, and true friend. Don't medicate your kids.
I 100% agree with that.
You're stifling. You don't
100%.
know what this 10, 11, or 12-year-old is really trying to grow into. You don't.
And here's the problem, and it ties into the gun control thing that we're not talking about.
Correct.
Everybody in this day and age just takes the easiest, laziest way out that requires the least amount of effort. So instead of putting the effort in to engage with your kid, to like set them up for success, it's like, oh, just medicate them. Instead of attacking the real problem of gun control, it's like, just ban guns. Now I don't have to think about it anymore. That's how it is, dude. People just don't want to put any effort into it.
Or blame McDonald's because the food's not letting.
Exactly.
I'm blaming this or blame that. How about mommy and daddy need to set the. Not every home has a mommy and daddy, but whatever. But what the basis of the thing is whoever the kids live with. We said it all the time, especially when we're going to start our Thanksgiving drive again. We're going to help Coach Pastor Baxter feed some families again this year. But it all starts at home. We always say it starts at your kitchen table. If your kid's going to start being a douche and start being a bad person, most with the basic, it's learned behavior. And I'm trying to tell you guys that we learned from Speedy Gonzalez and Woody Woodpecker that doping these kids up wasn't the answer. Let it fly, let it rip. Both of those people grew up to be great, responsible adults. I mean, I hear good things about Woody Woodpecker all the time.
Yeah, he's fine. He figured it out.
He's got it. He's got it going on. He's got a beautiful family. I think he's got a couple of grandkids now. Speedy Gonzalez, he's slowed down.
Finally took a break.
He's doing great things.
Great.
Like, you have to let nature take its course, right?
You have to, dude.
You don't know that an 11-year-old kid who's a little bit fucking hyper right now is always going to be that way. You don't know that. This is where I say to myself, my conscience tells me I'm not a professional. Don't talk about things you don't know about. But listen, I was a cuckoo fucking... Robert and I got kicked, me and my twin brother, we got kicked out of preschool. We were so fucking wired, we got kicked out of preschool, dude. We were just always going 100 miles an hour. Not because we wanted to hurt somebody but could you imagine if my mother stifled me with medication?
You wouldn't be sitting
You
here.
just looked at me kind of like,
Well, I had to think about it.
You
for
kind
a
of looked.
second.
The look you just gave me was, she might have wanted to give it a shot.
I mean, I'm just putting the timeline together in my head. That's all.
We were super hyper, like cuckoo kids, man. We were out of control. That's not even a joke. And clearly, we grew in or out of it again, twice, 3 times over.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing you said there was you're not a professional, right? You're not a professional. But the problem is people think that they have to... Every decision they make, it's like, I need a professional. I need a scientist. I need a doctor. Use your head and common sense. It's fine.
If little Mikey likes to be a lunatic and he likes to... He's got energy... Get him a punching bag. Get him a
take him out for a hike. I don't know.
Bring him. Yeah.
Run.
Bring him to soccer. Let him fucking. What's that sport you coach? Lacrosse. Stick him on a field where all they do is zigzag all night. Let him go. Track and field. Cross country.
Again, that requires some effort on the parent's part, which is not always an option for the parent. If a pill means, I don't have to listen to him be an idiot anymore. And I could just sit here and sit on my phone all night.
If the kid's always got a mind going and they're always like, get them a fucking jigsaw puzzle. You can get that shit at Goodwill.
There's fucking options, dude.
Don't stifle these kids. Don't do that.
I don't like it.
Because someday that kid's gonna get stifled, and then someday that kid's gonna grow up, and it's gonna be all bad because they're not gonna recognize themselves, and then bad things happen. Anyway. I don't know. I'm sure if that went the way that I wanted it to go, but
it went though. It went
fast. And next week we got to come in. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving, our food drive.
When does that start? When does it officially open?
I'm going to open it up this weekend. I'm going to put a post up. I've got, matter of fact, I got to ask you to do something for me.
Because by November 1st, we kind of want
November
it
1st
running.
is fucking Wednesday. Already.
I know, dude.
So Halloween is Tuesday night. So I would like to open it up before November 1st and then talk about it next Thursday. So that's going to happen. So we're going to try to feed 50 families again, blah, 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 all good stuff. We'll talk with Coach Pastor Baxter. But maybe next week we'll try to talk about Halloween costumes and candy and, I don't know, silly stuff.
Silly. Well, you got to do something Halloween related.
Yeah, but you know what? I felt very passionate about this topic today.
No, not tonight, but next week, I think.
Costumes,
candy.
I'm done for tonight. Remember when I said you got to let the kids run until they're out of steam?
You're out of steam. That's it. You've reached your
thought process over. Hey, Shag Bark in. Go get Bruiser.
Somebody get Bruiser. Don't make me do it.
Let's go get Bruiser.
I got 2 already. Don't make me get a third, but I will if I have to.
Listen, I
cute.
said I'd give him 50. If somebody wants to Venmo me 50, we can get them something. Then we put the pressure on you. That'd be fucking funny. Hey, weren't you supposed to get a tattoo or something online? What were we supposed to? Oh, you're supposed to shave my head. I don't think Amy watched last week's episode where you said if Amy said it's okay, you'll shave my head. Live
I will
on air.
shave your head online.
I don't think she saw.
No,
the
the Giants tattoo was because one of the
If they were
listeners
going to go
said
9-1,
and
yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
yeah.
They did.
And they're not going 9-1 this year either.
Nope.
The
Neither are the
Dolphins might be
Patriots.
going 9-2, baby.
Yeah, until Tua gets shattered into a million
We're
pieces.
playing the Patriots this week.
I know you are.
You know you're going to lose, right?
I'm not expecting to win. I'm just hoping they keep it close. I am not expecting to win. You definitely have the better team.
All right.
See all those times when we had the better team, you were never man enough to just
No.
step up and say, you guys are better.
We would play you guys and we were like 0-11. I'm like, we're going to fucking smoke you.
Which I respect.
We're gonna fucking
Don't get me
smoke
wrong.
you.
But you probably will smoke us.
I used to tell my buddy VJ, I'm like, the Dolphins are going to win the next 6 out of 10 Super Bowls. And he would just be like, all right, all right.
Circling back to Brian Chuck, I respect your dedication to the game because you never waver, dude.
No,
Never wavered through a lot of painful
no,
seasons.
the Mets aren't even in the World Series, but I'll sit here and tell you your face are going to win it. That's how good.
Somehow.
That's how good my team. We're just going to fucking show up. Yo, we're in.
Guys,
Put us in.
boom.
Shag bark in. Go get Bruiser. Listen, the 3 most important words in the English language are how are you? Call somebody, text somebody, whatever it is. Somebody you haven't heard from in a while. Those who don't reach out are the ones you got to reach for. Just send somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Just send them 3 words. How are you? See how they respond. You could save their day. You could save their week. You could save their life. You don't know. Holy
my God.
moly!
Wait, I'm
Oh my.
coming.
Okay, this might have to run an extra
So,
couple minutes.
So please, the 3 most important words are how are you? I'm going to give 3 minutes to the cuckoo bird who just walked in the door. Holy moly.
Boy, next to you, dude. I mean,
Somewhere there's a makeup counter missing $50 worth of shit.
she's easy on the eyes, but next to
Holy-
you.
She's not better looking than me.
I just got out of work.
I
I left
heard-
early because I knew you guys were
I heard
here.
you got a new job. You love it?
Yeah, I clock like 70 hours a week. It's
Do you love it, though?
ridiculous. Yes.
I told him he should have
She's like,
made
Johnny,
your,
we're live on the internet, of course. I have to
I
say
told him
this.
we should have made your place
Oh my
tonight's
God,
sponsor.
There's no twerking on.
She's a funny motherfucker, man.
Let me get 3 questions to you right away. Do you love living at home still?
Absolutely.
How's the love life?
Awful. I'm trying to get my ex back again, the one that I was talking about on the show like a year ago, bro.
Full
The one you
circle.
were like, I hope he dies, and all of a
Yes.
sudden,
Yes.
and then the next
Round 3, baby.
one week, try not to go like this when you go round 3, because you might get him back that way. Jesus Christ, sorry.
Let's
Kirk.
have a
Sorry.
hit in here.
Sorry.
The dynamic between you two is funny. Go
So
on.
the folk singer guy, no good.
No, I broke up with him. He was too clingy and he was too nice.
He was very nice.
She's still in that stage where she wants a guy to be a dick to her.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Just a little. Well, I'm a dick. I
He
can't
was
have a
very
nice guy.
nice.
I'm a
I
dick.
bet
I'm
he
a
was.
little bit. I'm like Kirk. I'm an asshole. I need
I-
an asshole.
I kiss my wife's ass and worship at her feet. I
Hate
think she's
that.
at that age now. Well, I think she's at that age now where she appreciates
hate
it.
that.
I think we say it to each other all the time. If we had met 15, 20 years ago,
Wouldn't have happened.
we might not have been looking for each other because we probably had no interest in each other.
Right, wouldn't have happened.
It took
It's a
you know,
timing
our
thing.
paths led us to where we were, which will
That's
happen to
right.
you. One day you're going to be so happily married like me. You're going to be so
Pop out a couple kids.
You're going to pop out a couple of kids.
Give me some grandkids.
Maybe
Yeah.
Ethan will do that.
I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed.
Can't get kids from a sock.
Zing.
Third question. Everything else in life, good?
Yeah,
Where do we put life? Scale 1 through 10 right now.
4. But I work too much. and
Things are good, yeah. What do you put life at? It's
Things are fine. I
4.
make, I make a lot of money, but my job wears me down to nothing. So I don't really have a social
I was
life
sure
anymore.
she'd be at like a 6 or a 7.
I
That's
go to
a
work
little.
and I come home and that's it. So it's a little miserable, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
She's
I
here.
make a lot of money. I'm making a lot of.
She's
saving
making,
a lot of money.
getting a new car. She's killing it,
I
man.
made like $30 an hour today, and I worked like 9 hours.
You're going to get rid of the Barubasu?
Yes, I'm gonna get a new Subaru.
Same car, just much newer,
Well,
but same car.
we were just talking about Fred Flintstone on the show. You probably bought that car the same year he bought his because that thing's fucking.
20 years, bro.
Is it?
20 years.
Well, those things last forever.
Yeah, dude.
You work every Thursday night?
I only get Sundays off.
Gee, you're just trying to bank it.
Well, I have no choice. I don't get an option in the days I work, so I have to go in.
Well, I mean, listen, we just got done telling you that it's good that kids need to, people your age need to start acting like fucking adults and stop crying the blues and saying,
Well, I'm
just
doing
pay me
that.
life.
There's
And you
your
are.
example.
I do it.
Stepping up.
Who the fuck you working for that says you have to be like?
I'm the only waitress we have, so if I don't go in, the restaurant is not open.
See, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you enjoy it because I don't think you would do it if you didn't.
And they're good people. They wouldn't
They're
make her
good
do
people,
it. Yeah,
and
they're good people.
I don't mind. I mean, it's either I go into work or I sit at home
She
and
sits
do nothing. So
pets the
I'd
cat.
rather work and make money. So I don't mind. I mean, I do mind. It wears me thin, but
She's realistic about it, at least.
realistic. I have someone's drink orders on my hand. A Mission Marg and a pomegranate Cosmo.
Jesus Christmas. What's the
Ziz.
plan for the rest of the night? Last question.
I'm gonna go get really high and eat a chocolate bar.
You
Not
still
bad.
You still eat meat?
No.
She got off meat again.
Quit
I was
again?
just telling
I'll
Pete
tell you
today.
right now, I went to North Carolina, we had Bojangles, the fried chicken, and that's what did it for me. That's what broke
Which
me.
is
Because I
understandable.
bit into this fried chicken, and I was like, I actually can't. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Jeez.
Well, that's like being like, I had this gourmet chicken. It's called KFC.
That's
fuck,
what did
man.
it for me. So I'm vegetarian.
Not vegan, vegetarian.
No meat.
I'm sorry for you.
It's-
You're like one charcuterie board away from understanding.
Well,
how
the
much you love
charcuterie
life.
board is what actually sucked her back out
And
of.
that's why I brought it up.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I remember
that was,
the picture. She remember you showed me the picture.
I'm
Yep.
open.
You're a charcuterie board away.
I'm
Like I'm gonna
open.
show up here next Thursday
With the
with a charcuterie
charcuterie
board.
board.
I'm open and willing.
Are you still talking to that? That's the message for the guy still, right?
He knows. I heard it. He knows. I made it clear.
No, she made it really.
For those of you who don't remember, one week she was on a show saying "fuck him," I hope he dies. Next week she said, I'll let you spit in my mouth, whatever you want."
I did not. I
You
did
fucking
say
said that. Go back and listen. You did.
I'm pulling the
I don't need
tape.
to go
She
back.
did say that. Hannah, you said that.
Oh my God, look at my eye too.
Yeah, look, she busted a blood vessel.
Oh, pooping?
I think I'm just stressed.
I thought it was pooping too, maybe, or coughing, one or the other. That's
know,
what.
bro.
That's what.
Maybe she got so high she was giggling so hard.
She got so high.
I'm falling apart.
Not with all that
The
makeup
eye
on
is
it.
hard to look
Not with all
at.
that makeup on. I should have hold you
I've
together.
had this makeup on for 12 hours.
How's that feel?
Disgusting.
You might need a shower.
Disgusting.
All right, well, bye guys.
Shower, weed,
Weed.
chocolate bar,
Chocolate
TV.
bar. Check.
Done?
Done. I'm gonna go talk to my mom too. And that's about all.
Hannah, thanks for stopping in. Maybe
Of
someday we'll
course.
see you. Good
Love you.
Aww.
Love that girl.
All right. Well, we told you to text somebody, how are you? They're the three most important words in the English language. Hannah stopped in to say
We know
hello.
Hannah's good now.
She's good.
Check.
Hey, listen, I checked in on Hannah. She's fine. We will see you all next week. We got some other stuff to tell you. We got some other stuff to talk about. Next week won't be so bleak, but I'm telling you right now, parents, get these kids some Saturday fucking cartoons. Bright Eyes, I love you. And Bright Eyes, I'm coming home. See you next week. Boom.